So we are back here with another video, man, and today we're going to be kind of talking about a lot of the complaining that's going on in the My Team community and why a lot of it is really unwarranted. And the thing that kind of motivated me to make this video is we know that those wild gem super packs are coming out tomorrow, and I think people are just freaking out about those, saying, "Oh, it's just another money grab, whatever." And people are just complaining without even really thinking about the whole situation. So we'll get into that at the end of the video, but we're going to talk about some of the other complaints that have been made so far this year and why some of them are a little bit ridiculous, man. So there are a couple complaints that are completely warranted, in my opinion. One of them is the salary cap deal, where people thought at 6,000 points you would get a mode completion card to exchange for a Pink Diamond Gems of the Game pack or one of the Pink Diamond reward cards. I completely understand the complaints here. This is very misleading and a little bit scummy on 2K's part. I don't mind the complaints with this. I think that this is a little bit ridiculous. So I'm in agreement with the community on this one. A lot of people, thought that they were going to get a Pink Diamond for 6,000 points, and it just isn't the case, which kind of sucks. So I'm with the community on that one, man. And then the other one that we're going to talk about that I think is a little bit warranted is the domination thing. So on day one, people were able to only play 5 games, get a free diamond. They patched that up really, really quickly. And the people that I feel bad for are the people that were in the middle of grinding it, thought that they were going to get a diamond, and then ended up not getting it because it was patched just before, they got to the point where they were going to get the diamond. So that was a little bit warranted. I understand the complaining with that. I totally get it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But the first thing that we're going to talk about where it's just kind of a little bit ridiculous are the pack odds. Now we've got a 5.2% chance at an amethyst, 2.2% at a diamond, and a sub 1% at a pink diamond. And a lot of people, when these packs first dropped on day one or whatever, were like, "Oh, these are the worst pack odds we've ever seen. This is horrible. 2K is just getting worse and worse." These are not even close to the worst pack odds we've ever seen, man. I'm thinking back to, because 2K25, the packs were a little bit different on day one. There wasn't any amethyst or anything like that, but the comparison I'm going to be using is 2K23. Now in 2K23, we had like a pink diamond curry. There's pink diamonds, diamonds, and amethysts, very similar to this set right here. And if my memory serves me correctly, the odds were worse on day one for those packs. So yeah, man. I mean, a 2.2% chance at a diamond, that could easily be sub 1 as well. I mean, that is something that we've seen already where the top 2 cards are sub 1%. Sub 1 at the top rated card in the packs, that's something that is the case with every single pack that they drop. 5.2% maybe is a little bit low for an amethyst. I'd like to see that maybe closer to like 10%, maybe the ruby bump up to like 15, but these aren't even close to the worst pack odds we've ever seen, man. And everyone was kind of just like freaking out and saying, "Oh, the packs are just getting worse and worse and worse." No, they're really not. These odds are really not that bad when you compare it to other pack odds that we have seen in the past. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on all the complaints with the pack odds, man. And another complaint that we have been seeing is the discarding of duplicates. Now, what's been happening is people are getting a non-auctionable version of one of these cards, and they have an auctionable version, and they're not able to send the auctionable version to the auction house. Now, this does kind of suck. I'm not going to lie. This really, really sucks. But the amount of people that are having this problem where I'm sure that one of these cards are injured, you cannot send an injured card to the auction house. So, I mean, does that suck? Yes, but that's always been a thing. You cannot auction an injured card. A lot of people, this has happened. I do understand that this is happening to people where their card is not injured. That's horrible. I've heard that this has been patched already, though. Like, just within, like, the last hour, people have been saying that this has been patched. So, major W on 2K's part. But the amount of people that are complaining when their card is injured without even saying that that is the case, I'm sure is very, very high, man. So just another reason really to not play domination or salary cap, man. You guys should be playing breakout. There's no reason that you should be playing those other modes, because in breakout your cards will not get injured and you will not have this problem. So that's kind of the biggest reason that I wanted to talk about this. Does the situation suck? Yes, I do understand the complaints. But now We're going to talk about, I think, probably the most unwarranted complaint so far, and that is these pink diamond wild gems that are coming out tomorrow. There's wild gem super packs coming out tomorrow. They're probably going to be VC only, which so that should be even more reason not to open them. I'm not condoning opening these packs, but these packs are going to be very, very good for no money spent players regardless. And let me explain why. So everyone kind of the first thing was like, oh, everyone's going to have all these overpowered cards. It's going to be so hard to compete. None of these pink diamonds are overpowered. I would argue that even some of the diamonds are better than most of these pink diamonds. Like you might be looking at a card like Tim Thomas, think, oh, this card's so OP. He's not really that gassed up. And most of these are just kind of pretty mid tier. You know, everyone's going to be trying to get these to exchange for those pink diamonds that are kind of advertised in the picture for these packs. None of these base wild gem pink diamonds are really overpowered at all. Like even Moses Maloney's got a 63 ball. He's really not that overpowered. He's probably one of the best ones, but yeah, man. I would argue that some of these diamonds are better. Like there is a diamond Ben Simmons. He's going to be about probably impossible to pull, man. And I just don't. It's another situation where everyone's freaking out like, oh, it's just money grab central, you know, 2K is the greediest company in the world, all this and that. This isn't any different either. We've had super packs on Tuesdays that are only openable with VC at the beginning of the year and just throughout the year as a whole since 2K20, since I've started playing my team. This isn't anything new. Everyone always acts like with the pack odds, with VC only packs, with packs where they're trying to generate revenue. Everyone acts like every time that it's this new thing that is just extremely predatory, and it is not. This is nothing new. And this is actually, this is probably the point that you guys have been waiting for. I'm going to explain to you guys why this is going to be great for no money spent players. There are 183 diamond wild gems, and there are 40 pink diamond wild gems. Now, the odds on the packs, I don't think that they're going to be any lower than the game on packs that are in the market currently at 2.2% chance. They might even be higher for a diamond. So pink diamonds are going to be impossible to pull again. They're going to be really hard to get. Everyone's going to be looking for pink diamonds to try and exchange for those top tier pink diamonds. But diamonds specifically, man, there are so many good cards here. And with how many there is, and with, you know, inevitably people opening these packs, these cards are going to be auctionable. It's pretty much confirmed. You can actually search for them in the auction house already. What I think is going to happen is you're going to be able to get some really, really good diamond wild gems on the auction house for some decent prices, man. Because people are just going to be throwing up these cards for, you know, buy nows and everything else. And it's going to be a great day for no money spent players tomorrow. You're going to be able to, I think, get some really, really good diamond wild gems cards on the auction house. So these packs actually might end up being better at the end of the day for no money spent players than they will be for money spent players. So just keep that in mind, man. You're probably going to be able to get, like I did pull this Charlie Scott. He's a pretty good card, man. He's a 6'5" point guard with like an 87 three ball. He's got good animations. Someone I could see somebody, you know, just throwing him up for like 50K. And I think that that is a great price for a card like that at this point in the year, man. And I think that's going to happen with a lot of these diamonds. There's going to be a lot of them that are sort of expensive, but there are definitely some hidden gems in this. And these are wild gems. I know they're not hidden gems, but there's going to be some cards in here, man, that people don't know how good they are, and they're just going to be throwing them up. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of people opening these packs. There's going to be, you know, affordable cards on the auction house tomorrow. Some people are going to be able to get their first diamond, you know. It's very easy to make MT this year in a mode like Breakout. I've made over 200K MT without even, you know, grinding nearly as hard as some people, man. So these packs are going to be a W. I mean, there is a chance that this won't be the case. Maybe they do something weird with the packs, but I'm really thinking that this is going to be the case. So just keep that in mind. Just really just keep that in mind. And the complaining, people just, you know, like to complain to complain. And I'm not really a fan of that portion of the community. Yes, these packs are a money grab. Sure, every single pack drop is a money grab. But this isn't one of those situations where you have to spend money on these packs or you're going to be way behind or, you know, everyone's going to be tempted to spend money on these packs. No, man. I really think that these packs would be a W for no money spent players. But let me know what you guys think, man. If you are new here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. That is always very, very much appreciated. Please make sure to like the video before you take off, man. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.